Hi, we're on the floor. I really hope you can't hear my PC having an aneurysm because I have 3DS Max open and Marmoset, and we're baking in 4K at the moment. So that's what's going on. I had D&D yesterday, and I let you guys down because I didn't really film any of it. So I thought I'd go through my D&D bag and show you what I, the DM, bring to game as a little bit of a sorry for not filming anything. So, first thing we have is my vinyl playmat. I thought this was gonna be cool, and it kinda is, but it doesn't clean very easily. It does with soap and water, but not as well as I had hoped it would, and it stains really easy. And we tried rubbing alcohol, but that didn't work, so I'm gonna have to get a new one soon. But it's got hexagons on the back, which I never use. And then the squares on the front. Our wizard, Kim, was here. But yeah, so this was our battle map from last night. Big road where they fought Strahd, and the bone grinder mill, which they set on fire. They Hansel and Gretel'd one of the hags. Then there's my dice collection inside my little rolling mat. This little pouch has stones and stuff for character minis, because I don't have actual minis. And then I have my blue, I call them my beach dice because they kind of look like sand. These ones have snails in them. Very classic green dice. I have a lot of green dice, they're my favorite. I got these blue and purple dice. Some very plain black and purple dice from EV Games. They're blue, they're steel, gray, and blue. Another set of clear purple dice. These ones are blue and purple and they have sparkles in them. These ones have mushrooms in them. I like to share my dice with my players, so I keep half of them for myself for rolling, and then I allow my players to use the other ones. So this is the set that our wizard uses. They've got little polar bears in them, and the D20 is a little polar bear. I got that from an advent calendar, and they got sparkles in them. These ones are just sparkly white ones. This turned into a dice haul because I'm a dice dragon. This isn't a set. I have an actual beach one which has gold glitter as the sand, and then there's a seashell in there. This one is just black with some sparkles, and then I call these my vampire dice. So they're just d6s with a 1 as a bat, and I have 3 of those. All right, we're back. So I just finished showing you my dice. I love them. I need more. Next up is, they're upside down. I have these little folders. I keep some of them. My other players keep theirs. They have character sheets with lamination, so you can use a marker. Most of my players just use their own character sheet or their phones, whatever they have. That's fine. I just have this so that they can have it if they want. Then I use the card system, so green is you're good to go, red means I'm uncomfortable with what's happening, and yellow means I'm slightly uncomfortable with what's happening, you can keep going but maybe change the subject kind of thing. And then I like to give them actual cards with items on them so that they can have actual physical stuff. We got notes in here, all that good shit. So yes, I have some of these. My players have theirs if they didn't give it to me. I have a dragon mask because one of my players is playing a dragonborn barbarian, is a black dragon, and I LARPed a black dragon character, so I have a black dragon mask. Whiteboard markers for both the map and the character sheets if players want it. I also have pens and pencils in here just in case someone wants to write something down. My gloves, because it was -25 last night. And then I don't really have a DM screen, so I have these 2 binders I got from the dollar store, and I put this one with Strahd on his horse and this one of the village of Barovia. I should change this now. They're no longer in the village of Barovia. They are just about to arrive in Valaki. So yeah, there's just some stuff. Cue cards for tracking initiative, This was an item that they just never ended up finding, and I still have it. And then, yeah, just more items. I pre-write some items if I know that it's a possibility that they could find them. And then I have blank cue cards in case they find something that I didn't plan for them to find. A t-shirt that I ended up taking off because I got too hot. Let me clarify, I had a sweatshirt on with a t-shirt underneath, and I ended up taking the t-shirt off for some reason. I think I got sweaty and I didn't like the sensory of feeling the like damp clothes. These are more cue cards, another set of dice, and then I have some wax seals, like sealing wax with this is Strahd's little symbol and a lighter, so that if I want to write a letter to the party from Strahd, I seal it with his seal. Obviously, the last two things that I have, except for the pièce de résistance, is the actual Curse of Strahd book with the maps and stuff and all of the campaign, and then I have my laptop. So I go through each chapter to where the players are going, and I take notes. So I mostly run off of my notes and not the actual book, just because I can quickly glance at what they're asking me or what I'm saying instead of trying to read through a whole paragraph. But I still have the book just in case. So that's that. And then I did mention the pièce de résistance. So this is my Jedi robe, or my Sith robe, that I bought at, hold on, I gotta double check what the name of the place is. Yeah, Raven Fox. So this is my DM robe. I wear it, I'm all spooky and stuff like that. I didn't end up wearing it last night because I was very warm, but this is my favorite thing in the entire world. I am the Senate.
Good. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a game here. And this sphere. That means it's on your minute, so if you click on your enemy,
Oh, it's so cursed. So, this morning I woke up and the pain in my back was there. Now, I gotta explain what the pain in my back is a little bit. I know I've talked about it before, but I'm assuming most people just assume, oh, like, like you hunch over all the time, you're an artist, you get a sore back. No, this is a little different. Think of it as a knot in your back, about this big, right next to my spine, under my shoulder blade, on the right side. But it doesn't feel like a knot in my back. That's just like the size of it. Instead, it feels like someone has taken a rock and shoved it in my back. And so it's kind of a sharp pressure in my back that should not be there. And so that this morning was hurting. That spot was hurting. Sometimes it's my entire right side of my back and up into my shoulder, and it goes numb sometimes. Like even right now I can feel it like buzzing, which is such a weird term, but there is definitely nerve damage. So this is not just I have a sore back, it's there is something wrong with my back. And I've dealt with it for 4 years. But I woke up this morning and that spot was just hurting. It was probably a 5 or a 6 on the pain scale, but I'm at this point used to it, so I just kind of pushed through and I did my homework, and I actually finished an assignment this morning, and then I went to class. And on the bus ride to class, I'm sitting there trying to read my book as I read on the bus, and I just can't. And I'm starting to feel nauseous from this pain, and I went, okay, I have to do something. So I get to school, and I open my phone with the Wi-Fi because I don't have data at the moment, and I decided to look up the wait time at the ER. And so there's 2 hospitals, technically 3 in my city, but only 2 of them have an ER, and they were both over 4.5 hours. And I was like, I don't want to do that. My one friend suggested the 3rd hospital, which doesn't have an ER, but they have an urgent care that closes at 6. It was like 3 o'clock at this point. So I go to the urgent care, and it was the fastest I had ever been in and out of a hospital ever, period. I was in and out in probably 2 hours. Like, checked in, wait room, talk to the doctor, x-ray, talk to the doctor again, get a referral for an MRI, which I have to wait 6 months for. Not 6 years, oh my god, 6 months for, because Canada might be free healthcare, but it sucks. Yeah, so in and out super quickly in terms of hospitals, and they tell me my x-ray is fine, but they're gonna get me an MRI, and then they're like, here, take an Advil and an Aleve and you'll be fine. I'm like, thanks. So that's what I did today instead of going to class. I also got grades back today, my first grades. I got 2 grades back. They were for my game design class. So my program is game design, but I also have a game design class that actually talks about the actual design of levels and video games and stuff like that. So our first 2 assignments was psychographics. We had to do psychographics, which are basically just like when you're marketing, you have to market to a specific demographic. A psychographic is a kind of more specific demographic. It's like you, one person out there. We're speaking just to you, and we know that there's other people like you. So you and everyone who's like you, that's a psychographic. That didn't make sense, but it's okay. And then we also had to do a game mechanic write-up. So I got 100% on the game mechanic, and I got an 80 on the psychographic. I don't want to read feedback on stuff like that, because I know it's just going to hurt my feelings, because I don't take feedback well. I hope you enjoyed my little trip to the hospital, and I will try to go to class tomorrow. Okay, so it's Saturday now. I haven't recorded as much as I probably should have. Also, my hair is getting so long. I need to get it cut. But am I going to? No. But yeah, it's Saturday. And I'm starting to feel a little bit of the pressure that this next week is going to bring. I have 4 pretty big assignments due all in like the last 3 days of next week. And I finished one of them already. I already finished that and handed that in, so that's good. But the other 3 are stressing me out because I haven't really started any of them. I have my digital drawing final that I was telling you about, how like they gave us the final at the beginning because it correlates to other finals that we have to do it first. So they gave it to us first, and then we'll do other assignments later. So I just started that today. I did 3 hours of work on that, and it's looking pretty good. I think I'll show you that in a second. And then after I finish recording this, I'm going to work on a game design document for my final project as well. So that's also due next week. Not the game design document, like a 1-page summary of the game design document, and then the game design document itself is due at midterms, so like another 3 weeks. So that's okay, but it's still kind of overwhelming. And then I have a 3D modeling assignment where I have to 3D model the Roman Pantheon, the outside, not the inside. We did the inside last 2 semesters ago, actually, and now we're doing the outside, and we're gonna model it and texture it and put it into Unity. But right now I just have to worry about modeling it. So for most people that might not seem like a lot of work, the Pantheon, but I'm very slow at 3D modeling, so that's going to take me longer than it should. So that kind of sucks. But anyway, I'm feeling stressed about next week, and naturally the reaction is I'm going to go to a bar tonight. You guys get to come along for that. We're going to a place called Tilt. It's a barcade. So $7 cover fee, get in, unlimited retro video games. So I'm going to go kick some people's ass at Street Fighter. I'm not good at modern fighting games, but I'm good at the old arcade ones. I'll show you guys my digital drawing, and then we'll go to Tilt. So for my final game, I have to create a 1920s fireman. I have to do 2 different versions of the same character with 4 different outfits each. So this is my first little guy, and I think I'm just gonna go with this one because I like this one the most. So I sketched it out and I started lining it. I like this guy a lot. I like his mustache. My other version is this taller, skinnier guy. I started running out of ideas because there's only so many outfits that you can do for a fighter because they just have the same outfit. But I saw this one where they had like a sprinkler on their head, and I love that. I'm not gonna do that because that would be a pain in the ass to like model and animate and stuff like that. But I drew it just for the concept, and then I like this guy with his like skinny little legs and his tights. Because I saw this one photo of a firefighter who had like high heels on. I think it was a little performative, but at this point I don't really care. So I like the tall guy, but I think I'm gonna go with this guy because he's really cute and I love him, and he's probably gonna be the easiest to model and animate. Hello, it is now Sunday evening. I went out this morning with my mom and my grandmother. We went and got breakfast and saw Wicked. And then I had a nap, and now I'm gonna edit this vlog, but I needed an outro, so outro. We have officially made it through 3 weeks of this semester, and I know I mentioned earlier that this upcoming week is going to be stressful, so I've already made the decision to skip at least one of my classes that I know is going to be recorded, so I can just go back and watch that later when I don't have assignments to do. But anyway, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching this. I really appreciate everyone who's been watching my vlogs. I know they're not like super crazy exciting. The point is more to get me to do stuff and be consistent, and then the quality will come later. So, but no, I genuinely appreciate everyone who watches these, even if it's like half of it. I love you guys. I would appreciate like a like and subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.